Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Michelle Burns. I'm a certified life coach, the founder of Quantum Leap Coaches, Life Coach Training Institute, and the creator of this free video training series. So as promised, I'm going to take you through the 7-step process to creating an inspired vision and break it down into doable action steps so that you can get motivated and feel really good about what you're up to this year. So the first place to start when we're creating a vision, I've included some worksheets, so if you haven't already, you might want to print them off. If you're not able to print them off, just grab a piece of paper. It's important to write this down. It's a well-known fact that people who write their goals down and have a really clear vision and well-defined goals are far more likely to succeed. So first step is to break it down. So take a look at the life wheel. I want to go through each section on the life wheel with you, and what I want you to do is rate your level of satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 10, with a 1 being a really low level of satisfaction and a 10 being a high level of satisfaction in each of these areas. Because everybody can make some really profound and powerful and lasting changes this year, starting right where you are. But it's important to know where you're at. So this will give you a quick snapshot of where you're at in all areas of your life, and it gives you the starting point. So the very first area on the life wheel that we're going to take a look at is career. So where is your level of satisfaction in your career right now? Don't give it too much thought, just give it a number. Okay, the next area we're going to look at is finance. How are you feeling about your current financial situation? Rated on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, next on the life wheel is primary relationship. So that's with your significant other, and if you're single, don't give yourself a low level of satisfaction, because if you're single and you're fine with that, just rate whatever your level of satisfaction is in that area right now. Okay, the next on the life wheel is social. So that includes hobbies, outside interests, fun activities, ways to find balance in your life rather than just working all the time. So what's your level of satisfaction there? Okay, next on the life wheel is family and friends. And you can give each one of these a number, because sometimes I talk to people about it, they separate it out. So your level of satisfaction with your relationships with family members and your level of satisfaction with your current network of friends. Okay, next on the life wheel is spiritual development, which is a little bit different for everybody. So what I'm talking about here is more about how much of your life is in alignment with your values. So we really need to get clear first what our highest values are, and take a look at, is my life and the actions that I'm taking, is it in alignment with my values? And then take a look at, I like to think about this area of life in terms of the contribution that I'm making, and creating a vision that goes beyond my own self-interest, puts me in touch with something deeper and more powerful. It's an internal type of a process that allows us to separate ourselves from the busyness of our life. Time for reflection, it could be meditation, it could be connecting in nature, a church group. Are you satisfied right now with your level of development in that area? So rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, and the last area on the life wheel we want to take a look at is mental development. And mental development is more around education, skills. How are you feeling about that? Are you engaged in some sort of a process that continuously is developing your mind? Okay, break your level of satisfaction down in that area. And sorry, there's one more area after that. So it's health and well-being. So how are you feeling about your health? So think of it in terms of physical health and emotional health, and break it down into those two different areas. Okay, so once you take a look at all those numbers on the life wheel, it becomes clear what areas we need to focus on first. And it's generally the one with the lowest score. That would make sense. Sometimes people have an idea about what they want to work on first, and if you're in that category, then that's fine. The obvious place to look is the place on here that has the lowest score. Okay, so next on the process is focus. So I just mentioned that you want to choose one area at a time. I know a lot of people, especially at the beginning of a new year, we want to, we tend to make a long list of everything that we need to change, and we want to get at it, all of it, right away, which can lead to overwhelm, especially if you don't have it broken down and you don't have a structure that you're working with. So it's important that you choose one area, and any work that you do in one area has an effect on all the other areas anyway. And once you've achieved some goals in one area, you can move then to another one. So this is the beginning of getting focused. Choose one area that you want to work on. Okay, and once you've chosen the area, we're going to begin the process of creating a vision. So you can, once we finish this today, you can use this very process that I'm going to take you through to create a vision in every single area. But let's just start with one, the area that you chose to work on. Let's take a look at that area, and whatever your level of satisfaction is, I'm going to use health and well-being as an example for the process today. So say if your level of satisfaction in that area in your physical health is at a 4. So you want to take a look at, I want you to consider for a moment, what would a 10 look like? Don't think about how you're going to do it. Just start to consider, what would a 10 look like? If I could wake up tomorrow and have this area of my life exactly as I want it and feel really inspired about it, what would that look like? So in terms of health and wellness, it might be, I'm at my ideal body weight, I feel good because I'm exercising every day, I'm drinking plenty of water, eating nutrient-rich food, getting lots of rest, taking time for fun activities that really help to increase my well-being. So start to consider what that would look like for you. What would a 10 look like in that area? Okay, and when I'm working with people one-on-one, I go through a bit more of an extensive process in creating a vision, but this is the starting place, so make sure you go through that. Okay, next on the list is to take a look at why. And when I'm asking that question, I'm asking, why do you not have this already? And it's not about beating yourself up or judging yourself because you don't have it, but taking an honest look at what's in the way. Why, and what's your theory? Tell me, write down on your worksheet or on the piece of paper you brought, why you think you don't have it already. And because we all have a theory about why we don't have it. We're saying, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I'm overwhelmed, too much going on, I don't have the resources available to me, I need someone to do it with. So take a look at what's your theory, what's in the way for you. And I'm going to give you a little hint. Everything that you come up with on this list will generally be excuses, a resistance, and a story that you have about why you can't make it happen. And I want you to know that it really is just a story, and they are just excuses, because as soon as you can take a look at this and change the story a bit, then you can get on track to make some change. So get clear about what your story is. Okay, and once you're familiar with what's in the way, we're going to the next sheet on in the workbook. It says at the top, balance it. So this one, if we're taking a look at health and wellness, and if we're considering the area of physical health in particular, start to take a look at every single thing that you think is wrong in this area. That's on the left side of the page, and write it down. So that could be, I'm overweight, I'm low energy, I'm not feeling well, I've got some physical ailments or an illness that I'm dealing with, I can't get focused, I'm not motivated to take action. What's wrong? And that's on the left side of the sheet. Okay, and on the right side of the sheet is, I'm asking you to consider what's right in that area of your life. And it's really important that you do this, because we often don't look at what's right. We tend to focus on, and it's very easy for us to come up with a list of everything that's wrong. And we tend to get focused on what's wrong, and we create more of it. So when you start to get focused on what's right in this area of your life, then you can start to build on it. And also I find that when I take people through this process, they say this is where things start to change for them. Because they start to realize they have a lot more going for them than they had originally anticipated. So some of the things you can consider for what's right are the resources that you have available to you, the knowledge that you already have, you have access to gyms or yoga classes, or you have some workout videos, or you know some things about nutrition. You have a buddy that you can work with. You have access to all kinds of information Whatever it is that's right in this area. Maybe you have no illnesses and you have, there's not really any complaints, but you're just not getting motivated. So take a look at what's right in this area of your life too. And if you need to pause the video to do this, I would encourage you to do it because it's a really important part of the process. So I would encourage you to come up with at least 20 on the side of what's wrong and at least 20 on the side of what's right. Has to be balanced. If you get 20 things that you think are wrong, come up with 20 that are right, and don't stop until you get 20 on each. Okay? So once we get things balanced, we're going to move into a process, and this is where we really start to take responsibility for what you're creating in your life right now. And unless you're willing to do this, it's highly unlikely that you're going to make any kind of significant change. So take the time to go through this process. I've given you some worksheets, and on them it should say be, do, have. The reason this process is so important because we often think when I have, I'm going to use health again as an example, when I have my body at its ideal body weight and when I'm feeling fit and healthy and I have lots of energy, then I'm going to be happy and inspired and focused, and then I'm going to do all the things that I want to do to create joy in my life. And the exact opposite is true. Once I'm being inspired and motivated and committed and focused, I'm far more likely to do what's necessary to get into action, to go to the gym, to eat healthy, to get some fresh air and get rest, which will allow me to have what it is that I truly desire. So the process I'm going to take you through will help you really clearly see this. So make sure you do this, this part in the process. This is where you start to take your power back. And you need this power to create what you truly desire in this area of your life. Okay, so let's take a look at the very first place that we want to start is to get clear about what it is that you already have in this area of your life. So it may be I have 30 extra pounds on, I have cupboards that are full of junk food and things that are tempting me. I have people around me that really support me in staying stuck. I have a lack of motivation. I have an addiction or a compulsive behavior that I haven't been willing to address to this point. So allow yourself to get really clear. And again, I want to repeat, this isn't about beating yourself up or judging yourself. This is about taking an honest look at exactly where you're at and taking a look at, the next step is to take a look at who you're being that's causing you to have what you currently have in this area of your life. So it may be that I'm being lazy, unmotivated, uninspired, unwilling to get into action or do anything about the problem. I've been in denial or waiting for something to happen that's going to change. So who is it that you're being that's causing you to do what you're doing, that's causing you to have what you're currently experiencing in this area of your life? Once you see this clearly, then you can take your power back and you can do something about it. If you think the problem's out there, if you think it's because of someone else or because of some condition that's on the outside, you're powerless to change it. So it's important that you get it, who you're being and what you are doing to create the current circumstance. Okay? So again, I'll just invite you to pause the video, take a few moments to get clear about this and get really honest with yourself, because the more honest and the more clear you are about this, the easier it is going to be for you to take action and make some positive change. Okay, so once you've completed that part, the next part is to take a look at who are you going to need to be. Who are you going to need to be to create what it is that you want to create? If you want to be at your ideal body weight and you want to be in vibrant health and have lots of energy available to you, who are you going to need to be? Are you going to need to be enthusiastic, committed, focused, disciplined, unwavering? Who is it that you're going to need to be? Just get clear about it for yourself. Those are some examples, but you can make your own list. And if you're being motivated, focused, inspired, and disciplined, specifically what are you going to do? So if it's a health goal, it might be that I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to make sure I drink 6 glasses of water a day. I'm going to eliminate sugar from my diet and take a look at the carbohydrates that I'm consuming and reduce that, create a healthy, balanced diet. I'm going to connect with a buddy to keep me focused and hold me accountable. So who do you need to be and what do you need to do to have what it is that, a 10 in that area of your life? Okay, so once you're clear about who you need to be and what you need to do, the final step in this series is to get into action. Okay, the most important thing, because if you're not willing to get into action, the rest of this is just a fantasy. And this can create a big problem for people. If they have a big vision and no goals, they don't have it broken down, this can cause people to feel really stuck and stagnant, and sometimes cause depression. So it's important to get clear about the direction that you're going in, but it's important to take action, to get moving. So what I'll encourage you to do here is write down the 7 highest priority action steps that you're going to need to take in order to make this vision a reality. So if it's a health goal, it might be getting a gym membership, signing up for yoga classes. You might say, I'm going to clean out all my cupboards and my fridge and restock them with healthy food. I'm going to print some recipes, gather some information about healthy nutrition. I'm going to connect with an accountability buddy. What are your 7 highest priority action steps that you need to take to make this vision a reality? Okay, and once you've completed those 7 steps, again, I might encourage you to pause and get clear about what those 7 steps are. Then write down the first step you're going to take. I want you to take 1 step today, just something to get the ball rolling so you've got this thing in motion and you've already got a head start. So what's one thing that you can do today to get going? And it might be a matter of cleaning out your cupboards, getting rid of unhealthy food in the cupboards of the fridge, or it might be calling and getting some information on gym memberships, and whatever it is. Make sure you've got 1 action step that you're going to take today. Okay, so once you've completed this process, you'll have a pretty clear sense of direction. This should help to reduce the overwhelm. It can get you into action. You've got action steps that you're going to take. And beneath this video, there's a comment box. So I'll invite you to let us know what it is, what area of life you're focusing on, what your goal is, who you intend to be, and specifically what you intend to do. And we're going to keep an eye on there. If you have any questions or comments, we'd appreciate hearing from you. But I'm going to keep an eye on the comments in the comment box, and one person's going to win a 4-month coaching relationship with me, valued at over $2,000. So we want to hear your comments, and you could enter to win this prize. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to talk to you and explain some really clear steps about what it's going to take for you to do this. How you can get on fire and inspired every single day so that you're excited and motivated and you're ready to make 2012 the best year of your life. So I'm going to talk about being physically fit, emotionally balanced, mentally focused, and spiritually aligned. So don't miss the next video. We'll see you in a couple of days. Happy New Year.